Hello and welcome to GKL's review of the plug-in hybrid Volkswagen Passat GTE. So this is the Volkswagen Passat GTE plug-in hybrid. It shares a lot of the same DNA than we know from the Golf GTE. So the front end of the Passat is like every other Passat, except this blue strip would denote that it's a GTE model and a plug-in hybrid. The charge port is not at the cap like on the Golf, it's to the side. And eventually when you push it, it does open and reveals the same type of charge point as the Golf. Again, GTE badging on the side and 18-inch titanium finish alloy wheels are standard on this car. Engine-wise, similar layout to the Golf, 1.4 turbocharged and supercharged petrol engine alongside a electric motor, both side by side and both working through the same DSG automatic gearbox. Now the power output of this is 218 PS compared to 204 PS in the Golf, but due to it being a larger car it needed the extra power, so they've upped the pressure on the turbocharger to give you the extra power when you need it. Now cars with plug-in hybrid drivetrains have been pretty limited in what you can get in terms of size, so if you've wanted a big car you've had to go for the Mitsubishi Outlander, or you've had to go all the way to the top of the scale with the Audi Q7 and the Volvo XC90. This is the first large car in a much more standard format with plenty of boot space and plenty of cabin space. Fuel cap is on the right hand side and can only be opened by a button inside the door. At the rear, to open, flip the badge and it reveals a huge boot for this type of car. Volkswagen have finally decided to put the cables somewhere and not just loose in the back like in the Golf. Under this floor, where the spare wheel used to live, is now the battery pack and cables. So the car comes with two types of cable. One is the 3-point EVSE cable, goes into a standard plug socket, and the other is the Type 2 cable, which goes into most faster chargers. So driving the Passat GTE, as we said before, it's not really the bigger brother of the Golf version. It's more like a cousin that's grown up, got a bit older and got a bit more comfortable. Although it still does share a lot of the same performance points that the Golf does. So similar to the Golf, where we've got the mode for electric, hybrid and battery charge, it's done exactly the same way as before. Down by the gear stick, button here, E mode, push that, and then it gives you the options of using it as a hybrid or using it as an electric car. On top of that, you also have the different driving modes that you get with a lot of other Volkswagen products. Again, down by the gear stick, you've got push the button for the modes, and then on the screen it gives you the choice of eco, normal, sport and individual. This you don't get with the Golf. One of the additions that you do get though is the new virtual cockpit setup on the dashboard in front of you that you can configure for either navigation, and then I can rotate the screen into the different views you can choose from, and then you can also go to have it on radio, you can have it on telephone. So again, a really good addition Nothing really to do with it being a plug-in hybrid, but just a nice thing that is going to be more and more popular in the future. So ride and handling on the Passat is not as sporty as the Golf is, but it is a little more comfortable. Still runs on the larger 18-inch wheels, but seems to have more tyre profile, so it does absorb the bumps and lumps a little easier. Still has GTE mode, same button, push that button. Now we're using both powertrains to deliver the 218 PS maximum, and it also tightens up steering and throttle response. So due to the extra size and weight of the car, they've increased the battery size to a 9 kilowatt battery compared to the 7 on the Golf. It's very well hidden and stowed away, much better than it is on the Golf, to be fair. And it does seem to be slightly more efficient in this model. So as with the other Volkswagens, you've got a choice of brake regeneration, where you pull the stick back towards you just once, and now the car is actively regenerating power more so than it would normally. This is really good in situations when you're going downhill where you couldn't regenerate power. I have found though that if you're on flat or slightly uphill, then just put it back into the regular drive mode again, and it allows you to coast more. If you use the brake regen when you're on a flat, sometimes it can almost bring you to a complete stop when you don't need to. So as a motorway cruiser, the Passat has always been a good car at doing long distance travelling, and this version is no exception. It is very comfortable, it is very smooth, and you could do a lot of miles with it. Now, since we've been doing these videos, we've been leasing quite a lot of these. A lot of people prefer to lease this kind of car because they are expensive just to buy outright. The car has 2 engines, which is essentially what you're paying for, whereas the leasing cost seems to be less and more palatable for ownership of this kind of car. So one option that this car has got, because it's the advanced version, is it's got the larger navigation system, which incorporates something called App Connect. Again, it's not exclusive to plug-in hybrids, just something that's come on recently. Now, I've got an Android phone, so I've downloaded Android Auto to my phone, and you still have to plug it in via USB. But once you do that, you go to menu, Android Auto, and essentially what you get is a simplified version of your phone. Now, it's not like MirrorLink where it's exactly the same as your phone. It's a much more responsible way of doing it. So using the voice command system, I can actually talk to Google via the car. Okay Google, Gordano services. And I was loading. Search results.
Showing results for Gordano services.
Then we can just push that And now we've got Google
Head
Maps.
north on Abbottsley Road, A369 towards Abbottsley Road, A369.
So not just navigation with this system, you can also ask Google anything. Okay Google, what's the weather like in Merthyr Tydfil?
It's currently 12 degrees and partly cloudy in Merthyr Tydfil. Today, it'll be partly cloudy with a high of 14 degrees and a low of 4 degrees.
It's probably the easiest system I've used whilst driving. You haven't got to look at any buttons, you haven't got to look elsewhere off the road, you haven't got to look at any screen. You just push one button on the steering wheel and then talk. For more information and business lease rates on this as well as any other vehicle, get in touch via the website or call us. Follow us on Twitter at GKL UK. And don't forget to like or leave a comment below.